Hey, Facebook world, we're going live with a little tomfoolery. Stay tuned.
Welcome to A Little Tomfoolery, Rob Little and Tommy Ryman. A podcast filled with laughs and gaffs, guffaws and haws, and maybe a picture of a dog. A little tomfoolery, a little tomfoolery, a little tomfoolery. A little tomfoolery, a little tomfoolery, a little tomfoolery. Fools!
And welcome to a live episode of A Little Tomfoolery with your host, Rob Little. I'm Tommy Ryman. Here we are.
This is exciting, bro. We're in Omaha. We're all started. Not really, but I mean, this was like one of the first places we went on the road together.
Yeah, this is exciting.
And, as we're back, we got a studio audience. This is our first time with a live audience.
Let's hear the audience.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, my God. There's so many of them.
It's a 4-tiered theater, so they're like everywhere. And
I wish we could show. We can't flip the live.
Can't flip it.
See, there's thousands of people here. So
right.
Yeah.
So last night we had 2 shows. We started off and we had a big Pilates group here. Colleen, the owner of the comedy club, took me to the Pilates class, and dude, I am so sore today. Like my butt cheeks hurt. Like,
oh wow,
don't look.
No, you were.
But like we were walking around. We went to the zoo, Omaha Zoo today, and it was killing me, dude. Like you and Megan were just huffing them.
I did not do Pilates because I wanted to be prepared for all the
God.
energy I was going to exert at the zoo. We had a VIP tour at the Omaha Zoo. It was incredible. I got to feed an alligator. I held a snake. I held a frog. I held another kind of lizard thing. Then I was just grabbing stuff off the ground. I'm not sure if I was what that was, but I was just anything I could get. I was like, I'm VIP. I can hold this.
We sat in a quail's nest. We were doing all kinds of things that people don't normally get to do there, which was pretty cool.
It's so cool. And Jesse was our guide. I'm forgetting his last name.
Yeah.
But he was so fantastic. He knew everything about everything.
I never met a tour guide that was like so good.
Yeah.
And like once he heard we were comedians, he's like, "Hey, so you want to do?" Like he was like, he cussed.
Oh my God! Yeah.
I'm just saying what he said to us. We don't cuss.
Yeah,
but he cussed.
It got pretty wild.
And so yeah, I'm sorry, but we'll edit that out in the live audience.
Though.
I know it. Why are you pointing at just 2 people? There's a bunch of them.
I mean, the live audience that are here.
So what was your favorite part today at the Omaha Zoo?
My favorite part at the zoo, I mean, it's got to be feeding the alligators was nuts. And to get them to all come, they gave Rob a bell to ring, and he rang the bell, and then like it had to be 8 or 9 to 10 alligators just come swimming in, and then they give you body parts they've chopped up, and you just throw. I'm just kidding. They had pellets. Alligators eat pellets. They're not feeding any humans.
There was one part, like I only rang the bell for a little bit, and then one of the gators was like, "I need more cowbell."
Like, more bell. He didn't want food. He was just like, "I love the bell. Ring the bell."
It was crazy. But the part that was my favorite part too. But he scared the living crap out of us before we walked in there because he's like, "All right. If I say run, just run. Don't even look back. I'm close the door behind you. Leave me in here, and don't even talk to anybody else that works at the zoo."
Yeah,
he just was like, "Get out." And wow, we timed that pretty good. And and then he's like not telling us why, so we don't know where we're going into. I already told him I didn't like snakes, and we opened the door and there was nothing. At first,
yeah, it was just like, and I was like,
"We're looking around. We're like, what?
He's gonna trap us in this room?" I knew it was a trick.
Yeah. Then he's like, "Who can do the cowbell?" And then I just went to town, and they all just came flying. And then they just stopped and let us feed them those dog biscuits or whatever they were.
Yeah, the pellets.
I probably shouldn't have ate a couple of them before I threw them.
You were eating more than the alligators.
Hungry,
but
dude. They look good.
Yeah, but they were staring at you like that was mine.
It was insane. And we're just kind of like we threw a few and they would land on their back. And then the other one you could just see them like.
Yeah, and they'd bounce off. We'll post pictures and then some of on our Facebook as well.
Yeah.
Of our feeding them.
Yeah, that was insane, man.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was a great way to start a morning.
Then we got ice cream.
and we got ice cream. We thought it couldn't get any better, and then it got better.
Yeah, no, that was amazing. So how was your week before this, man? That's what we usually talk about. We say kind of give our week in review and then what we got coming up. And I mean, we were both so damn excited. How many times did we talk to each other before we got here?
I know. I was so excited for this trip. So, and I can't remember what I did last week. It was mostly just shows in town. And then my Great Dane Mini, my wife and I, we have a garden that we're working on.
Yeah.
We're trying to grow sunflowers, cucumbers, kale chips for my dad, which aren't growing. They know that I refuse to grow kale chips for them.
Right.
I planted them, but even the plant's like, we won't bother you with gross vegetables.
Right.
And then we have tomatoes, but now Minnie, our Great Dane, can literally just walk over our fencing. Like I just turned and she was in the garden like, am I supposed to be in here? Like she was pretty proud of herself. And I was like, oh, my tomatoes are doomed. Like this thing is.
I feel like she's going to end up like Marmaduke and just walking right over fences like into neighbors' yards.
Yeah. No, because there's chain link fences. So hopefully she won't. But she's so sweet. Who wouldn't want a giant Great Dane to just show up in their house?
You say that now, but we talked to your mom earlier and she was freaking out.
Well, she's house sitting, and then her and the other dog kind of got in a scuffle.
Right. Which
sounds scary when you have the 50-pound, but she's just a puppy. But yeah, my mom's dog is dead now. And so, no, I'm just kidding. It's fine.
I know your poor mom was like, I don't know if I could take care of him. And then 20 minutes later, she's like, hey, here's some cute pictures of the dogs getting along.
Yeah, it's stressful, but it's working out. Because Megan's with me in Omaha. She gets to go on the road. My wife's in the studio a lot.
Right. We got to see her last week. She opened the show last week.
I know. So people know who Megan is. So she actually came on the road because she picks the exciting gigs when we travel. So she's gone to me with Vegas. She went to Mexico. I did a festival out there, and then she was like, take me to Omaha.
Right.
And I was like, you got it. And VIP at the zoo. She thinks I'm the biggest deal. I mean, I am. So it's just, it makes sense for her that she's finally seeing the kind of treatment that I get and the kind of quality live podcast that I can put on.
I know. 90% of the room is here for you tonight. So that's pretty, I'd say 100. I would say 100.
All my fans. It's nuts. They're all wearing T-shirts with my name.
I like how we are kind of matching today.
I know.
This is pretty adorable.
I wore a science museum shirt to the zoo because I wanted, and I got a hat.
You're a little showy offy.
Well, I just wanted to show Jesse, the guy that I know about animals.
Right. And then every question you got wrong, though, when he asked
you. And I dropped all the animals. He's like, you want to hold it? I was like, whoop, the snake's on the ground. I let it go.
Oh, my God, that was the craziest part. He goes, who wants to hold the snake? And I'm not a snake dude, so I backed right off. And you and Megan are like, we will. Like, kind of like, it was like kind of almost creepy, like, we'll take the snakes.
We did not say it like that.
Yeah, that's in my head, it sounded like that. And then you took them, and the snakes literally just laid in your arms like babies. And just both of them like looking at me the whole time, and I was like, I don't want to hold it. You're like Snake Whisperer or something with this thing.
Because I always thought I was a Gryffindor. I think I might be Slytherin the way that snake. And I have blonde hair, but
you're the demon. That's what he kept saying.
I caught the frog that flew out of Megan's hand. I was like,
well, that's because you're a snake.
No, I didn't. No. Just like, give it back, drop it.
That was pretty funny too. I thought when he's like, hey, this frog just kind of crawls, it won't jump, and then literally nonstop jumps out of everybody's hand from that point on.
That was pretty fun. It's fine and safe. No frogs were harmed in the VIP tour.
Oh, that was fun. I was in Tulsa last week. I played the Tulsa Looney Bin. That's where I was, and that was really fun. We had a ton of people come out. There was a group that came out, did a takeover on one of the shows, kind of like last night.
Oh, cool.
And so, hi, all the Tulsa people. I know a bunch of them said they were logging in today, so hopefully maybe there's 5, it looks like. Great.
Very cool. Any comments? What's happening?
Is anybody commenting online?
Sounds great. Someone said this is amazing.
Awesome.
Audio's fine.
Yeah, if you got any, we didn't even mention that. So if you are watching live and you got any questions, we have some moderators in the audience that are reading the questions. So if you got anything, feel free to ask away, and we would be more than happy to go ahead and play around with your answers. Tommy, I was playing around today, and I was like, oh, you brought up Dragon the other day. Remember we were talking about something? You're like, I want to name it Dragon or something.
My cat.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. And I saw this. I was like, I was thinking, would you rather be a dragon or would you rather own a dragon? I feel like that's a good question.
I would own a dragon.
Really? You wouldn't want to be one?
No, because then you could ride it. Because if I was a dragon, I feel like Megan might divorce me. Because like I don't know our vows, but she was like, if I just
I do.
feel like I would take up way more of the bed. Am I like my size as a dragon? Is it just me? Like
yeah, you're more that like little cartoony dragon.
So I'm not like big as a house dragon. It's just
I can't picture that, but that's kind of
it's
up
like,
to
hey
you.
Megan, I'm kind of scaly. Did you get sunburned? Like I don't know what happened.
Just kind of.
Rob asked me a question, and now I'm a dragon.
You need those candles lit.
That would be. I mean, it'd be cool to have dragon powers, but it'd be cool to like Game of Thrones, like ride a dragon around.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty awesome to be the dragon too, though.
I guess, but just think of like when clubs are like, "Do you want us to get your flight?" And like, "Nah, I'm gonna take the dragon." If you could supply me some dragon food, which is just a couple of humans,
that'd be awesome. Then they ring a cowbell and the humans come around. They're throwing them at you. Oh man, what do you got coming up? Should we get to that yet, or no? We can play around a little bit more. We can play. I
have a gift. We have to do the dog of the week.
Oh my God! Yeah, what am I?
Megan has
about?
some type of question.
We got a question.
Rich Florida wants to know what are your favorite comedians and which one influenced your style the most.
Okay, the question was, what are our favorite comedians, and which one influenced us the most?
I think should we try? Do you know mine?
I think you could guess mine immediately.
I already know yours.
Yeah.
Can I say it? Can I guess it? What if I'm wrong?
I know you're right. You're gonna be right.
Brian Regan is.
Oh, you are wrong.
Was it me?
It was, yeah. I was doing it 10 years before I met you, and I was like, "There's gonna be this little goofy kid." How do you like? Okay, so we get compared to people all the time,
right?
And the two I get compared,
Farley.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so, but he didn't do stand up, so you just.
I know, but like I emulated him, so.
Okay.
Like if you watch my first DVD, I'm 100% Chris Farley, and then I go back and watch it, I'm like, why was I doing that? But that's what I thought was funny.
And just the amount of tables you broke.
So many.
I was like, he's crashing through them again. Chris usually just does one time, but Rob, he just got up. Well, they pull out another table.
That was my MO. His was one table.
And he was like, I'm doing all the table. That's cool.
Yeah, I was trying to think of yours, but I feel like it's Jake Johansson or something like that.
It's close. Mitch Hedberg was my first. That was my first album I memorized, because he was how I learned how to tell a joke, was through Mitch Hedberg, because he was just a one-liner.
Yeah.
So you set a punchline. When I first started doing comedy, I was literally doing his voice. Like I wrote a joke about braces, and I was like, it's weird when adults get braces because it's kind of like they don't care, but they kind of do. Like, and then I kept, that was like my voice. And then there's a local comedian that was like, hey man, we already got one of him. You don't need to talk exactly like him. And I was like, but then now I've become more of a storyteller.
A bunch of people said that to me too. Why are you doing Farley? I'm like, I'm being myself. You're like, shut up! I'm not doing Farley.
I feel like I do you sometimes. Like when
I've heard people say that to me too. They're like
I don't know. That was a terrible impression. That was like Cookie Monster or something. Like
I've had people say that before. Like, you can tell you and Tommy work together a lot. You kind of sound alike in some things, and
yeah,
I'm like,
and I just do your jokes, man. I just steal.
Yeah, I do the bathtub one.
I'm like, bald guys. They're like, what is? He's got a full head of hair. This is so confusing. We're four squares.
Oh, four square. So dumb.
Yes, another question.
Oh, questions. Back. Did we even answer that right?
Yeah.
Because I forgot what. But okay.
And then Rich also asks. He says, "I know Rob is a mama's boy. Is Tom?"
100%. But you're just like your dad.
Yeah, I hang out with my dad, and then I do musical performances with my mom. I'm a family boy. I don't know, but yeah,
you're a parent's boy.
Yeah, I never got into too much trouble, and but yeah, I'm real athletic. Played a lot of catch by myself. Actually, my dad would just he would say throw the ball against the wall, and then he would hang out. But
you have you kind of have tendencies of your mom too. When you said she gets very like high anxiety and stuff. I mean, when we're together sometimes.
Does this look like a guy that's got anxiety?
Dude, I'm telling you, people don't know this, but take a drive with you one time. I think
I just miss exits. I'm like aloof. That's not anxious. I just like miss my exit. Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to rush to get back here, and Tommy misses 3 exits. And the GPS is telling him to turn, but he's like, yeah, this is a good drive.
Well, you were asleep in the car. Nobody was helping.
I'm sorry.
He got tired after the zoo. We'll edit this out.
Yeah, I'm a mama's boy because I didn't have a choice. My dad left when I was young, so I'm a no stepdad boy though. Nobody ever says that. I'm a stepdad boy.
I'm a stepmom boy.
Yeah.
That's who I am. Nancy.
It's hard to say.
I only got yelled at once by my stepmom. Did I tell you that story?
No.
I was home alone with my stepmom.
How old were you?
I can't remember. Probably 12 or 13 when I was doing this, but more on the 12 side. But I found my dad's bowling ball, and there's a tile floor on the floor, and I was just rolling around because it made a cool sound. So it was like, grr, grr. And then she came up from the basement where her office was, and it must have been so confusing to try to figure out what sound was happening above her, which was just a young man rolling a bowling ball on tile floor. And she came up and she goes, she just looked at me and she goes, maybe we shouldn't do that. And then I was like, yeah, you're probably right. And I just put
that was a yell?
That was the time where she reprimanded me.
Reprimanded. Yeah. I'm going to have to write you up for this.
And then I just picked it up and I looked her in the eyes and I just dropped the bowling ball right on. No,
because you couldn't carry it.
Yes.
That's funny.
They were always good. And my dad never yelled at me. One time my dad got mad at me. He just cried, which was worse than yelling. I was like, can't you just hit me?
Yes.
Cry.
Oh, my mom was the same way. They would say like, how disappointed they were.
Yeah.
And I was like, please just spank me.
Yeah.
It's over with because I don't want to hear that.
But
I could be outside playing right now with Tommy.
I know. He just found out I was skipping school. That's why he was
You skipped
sad.
school?
Yeah.
Why?
I didn't like my chemistry class. I had one bad chemistry. And my theater teacher, who I did really good, she narked on me. And at teacher conferences was like, Tommy's been skipping chemistry. I was like, I'm doing good in your class.
Yeah.
But she was worried about my future, whatever.
She was probably dating the chemistry teacher.
No, nobody was. He was not. Ugh.
I can't imagine you skipping a class.
I didn't like do anything cool. I had to go walk through like a flower garden or something. There's no
chase crickets and stuff.
Go eat McDonald's.
Oh man, I wouldn't miss anything no matter how much I hated it. I was that dorky kid.
You guys went to class?
I have perfect attendance from like 6th grade till I graduated.
Anybody in the comments, let us know if you ever skipped class.
Or what did you do when you skipped? Oh, somebody in the audience.
Yeah.
But what would you go do?
Stayed home a lot.
See?
Where were your parents?
At work.
And they didn't know that you were skipping?
I was usually home before they got home.
Dude, that's a
See,
good setup. If you didn't hear him, he would skip school and he'd be home before his parents anyways. Oh, he had the perfect setup.
But because ours kept track of your absences, so they would
Oh yeah,
like, Tommy's been gone.
I feel like this guy might be older than you, so maybe. I feel like he's maybe around my age.
But I feel like there was a number that our parents had that we would just call and be like, "Oh, Tom's not gonna," because I would sound like my mom.
It was called their phone number.
So I'd be like, "Hey, this is Barb. Tom's not gonna be in today." And they'd be like, "Are you okay, Barb?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm fine, Barb. I just have to activate Rivers, and he's coming with me." So
my sister used to try to get out by writing my mom's signature, but she was like, she was horrible penmanship. So it was so obvious, it was like with crayon, like Heather can't come. And my mom's like, that wasn't me. Get her home so I can spank her after you guys spank her.
Right.
Because we got spanked at school. I got hit by the principal a couple times.
That's great. Because you only went to school a few years before I was. There was none of that. Those teachers would have been thrown in jail if there was any physical.
Oh my God. My mom heard that the principal spanked me. So she spanked me again when I got home because she was embarrassed that they had to do it. And so you got, did that happen to you guys too? Really? Oh, you're saying yes? Yeah. Nowadays, parents would lose their mind if that happened. Man, I'm like, and that's why we have little bratty brats. That's I think they need
that's why we have healthy people that are not spanked, Rob. They don't have traumatizing stories like you that you remember getting.
I know, but then I was an amazing kid after that.
You weren't even skipping school or doing anything cool, so
I was too hyper.
Why were you spanked by the?
Because I was so hyper and wouldn't relax in class.
I feel like that would have made you more hyper. Like, oh,
if I got spanked, and
game on.
I'm like, could you use the plug next time? Awesome.
Was there another question, Megan? You went.
Oh, she did.
John M. Scott says, "Why is Tommy's apple bigger than Rob's?" And I think because in the camera view.
Oh, the map.
A lot bigger. Yeah.
What is it?
It's just closer. It's how.
What is?
The apple icon on the back of the screen.
It's bigger. Yeah.
Oh.
It looks bigger.
Because I'm cooler. It's more expensive.
Tommy's apple. Is he talking about? Oh, he's
The
talking
apple
about
on
these.
the back of the.
Oh, for Christ's sakes, John. This is a guy I grew up with. When I was younger, this guy, like, he was older than me.
Thank you for the question, John. That was
It's a
an excellent
horrible question.
There's no horrible question on Little Tom Foolery.
If you knew this guy, you would say, oh, now I see what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Yours is.
I have an older model.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
I don't know.
Rob ate most of his apples.
Yeah. John, I'm surprised John didn't say that before you. That's what he would normally say. This guy this is the guy why I started drinking young. Like they'd have parties down the road and they'd be like, bring that little Robbie Little down, make us laugh. And then they'd be like, here's some beer. And I'm like, I don't think I'm supposed to be drinking that. And they're like, do it, you little wussy.
Whoa.
But yeah, that's what he would do. That's the kind of guy that just asked us a question. You're like, good question. No, John, don't ask any more stupid questions.
Thank you for the question, John. Thank you for watching the live. Please like and subscribe.
I love him, though. He's one of those guys.
Please private message me anything weird things you know about Rob.
That's awesome. Did anybody else have some more questions or no? This is awesome.
Is it? All right.
It is. Well, so I'm getting my new dock.
Oh, the dock is coming in.
I am so excited. When I moved into my house, that was all I wanted was a new dock, and I was going to get a boat, and then I was just going to fish. And then instead, I remodeled my whole house. So I've been on the list for 15 months.
Whoa, that's a long time.
I know it, because when COVID hit, everybody signed up to get like their either a dock fixed or new. And so my time's up. So they called me and they're getting the permits, and now I'm getting it built. And so now I got to get a boat.
How long does the dock take to build?
They said a couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
So I had to rip off all the planks off the top.
Okay.
That was so hard. And I used the neighbor's what do you call those things? Like crowbar. But they had like one of those really long ones. So I went to pry a board off, and the thing slipped out of my hand, went right into the water.
Oh, no.
I have no idea. I haven't told him yet. And then he had to give me two of them, and I did the same thing with the other one. And
you just launched.
You can't help it. Like I was wearing gloves, and I'm like, "Brr."
You'll find it, or an alligator will.
But that's why I didn't jump in to get it. I was like, it's not that deep. I could probably find it, but I let it go.
We'll track it down.
They said they got those magnet things.
Yeah, so, magnet fishing.
Yeah. So
probably some bikes down there.
Just throw a bunch of stuff to make them exciting for them. Yeah. The money's down there too to pay for this. Good luck.
Yeah, the deposit.
But I gotta get a boat, so I gotta name it. You gotta name a boat.
Oh, that is a lot. What are you gonna name your boat?
I don't know. It's gotta be like Little Piece of Heaven or something with little, obviously. I don't know. Does anybody got what? Oh, there's a question out there. Yeah.
We have two questions about your dock.
Oh, great.
The first one, Deanna wants to know how big your dock is going to be. Are you getting a big dock? And Alexander wants to know how big was that spider you found when you were tearing apart the dock?
Oh, let's start with that one. So somebody asked how big was the spider. I don't know if anybody saw, but I posted a bunch of pictures of me ripping the dock apart. And when I pulled up one plank, there was a spider. It was I'm not afraid of spiders. Snakes scare me, but not spiders. But this spider was as big as my hand. And I pulled, and it's just kind of looking at me like it was like just as scared, like what?
Because those are the water spiders. Those are always.
This wasn't a water. I don't know.
Wasn't it by the water?
It was. Yes, it was on the dock.
I've seen like those, but not a Florida one. But in Minnesota, I've seen giant, big spiders by the.
Dude, this thing it had a home down there. Like it was huge.
Megan probably would have just grabbed it, petted it, and like, this is my new friend.
Megan, it would have talked to it, and they would have been like, "Oh, we're sorry. We'll leave. We'll move on."
Charlotte, get out of here.
Yeah, not before we make a web house for your porcupine or whatever you're gonna pick up next. And so the dock is, I'm gonna have a big dock, and it's like it'd be the whole length of my property.
Whoa!
But you can only take up to the 5 feet from the edge of your property line, so basically 10 feet shy. So I think it's like 73 feet long, something like that.
Whoa.
And I'm doing composite instead of wood, so it's never, you don't got to stain it, and it lasts a lot longer. Nice. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited.
So then you get the boat, you name the boat. Do you get a little dinghy on the end of your boat, like a smaller boat? I get that and then name it like Tommy's
dinghy?
Tommy's dinghy? Yeah. I mean, I'll think a little something more creative.
You probably won't be there, right? But
and then I would like to christen your boat.
Yeah, we were talking about that too. Like we break some champagne over it, but then all that glass is right there in the water in case I have to jump in for anything.
Just break it inside the boat.
Oh, then where I walk all the time?
Yeah, where the
okay. I don't like either. Can't I just drink some champagne and then kind of?
No, you gotta christen it. It's
for the homies.
It's for luck. You need glass all over your dock.
Is that really what it is for? I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I gotta name it. So I'm excited about that. You got an idea how you break it? I saw you do that, and I was just somebody in the crowd said just break the top off. Just break the top off. Yeah. I know that's easier.
You throw it in the air, and then I'll slice it with a sword. And then there'll be no glass. It'll just be sliced.
That would be.
You catch one half, I catch the other, and then we just drink.
I feel like you wouldn't slice it with. I feel like you would have like a lightsaber or something.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
We want to use. I have a couple lightsabers.
Oh, question. They had another question.
It says you put it in a bag and then break it so that all the glass goes in the bag. And they also say that you should name it Tommy's Tiny Dinghy.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
And that wasn't even a question. That's just from your wife. So.
No, she said from Jerry.
No, the Jerry came up with the bag idea to break the glass.
Megan thinks Tommy's Tiny Dinghy.
No, older Jerry.
It felt like it was right from. She said it with heart though.
Can I? I know we're talking about the dock. This is a good time for me to. I have something for you. I brought a gift.
You brought what?
Yeah.
I didn't get you a gift. I
got
you
a
gifts.
Monster.
But I got you gifts before.
I know you gave me a lot of gifts.
Holy crap! You got me.
Thanks.
You got me something from the hospital.
This is
Humana.
It's a bag. Want you?
Oh man! Look at this. First of all, do I get to keep the bag because this is really close to Ryobi colors?
I don't know. Maybe. Megan packed her stuff in that today.
Oh, this is awesome.
So just lift.
Does it matter which one? There looks like there's two things in here.
Oh, one is just a ring light. That's mine. That's not your gift.
I was like, I kind of need one. Okay, no, I guess I don't. Awesome. Whoa!
There it is.
Dude!
What do you think?
This is not the same one, though.
It is.
This is the better one. Is the same one?
That's the one I
oh, my God. It's okay. So these are those big lures I collect. They're called giant lures.
I got them a giant lure. Uh-oh.
This is. And the funny thing is, I've been looking for this. I got a bunch of the Miller ones. This is awesome. I don't know if you guys can. I'm trying. It hooks. I'm trying to show it on our podcast one and the live. But
so I hope you like that.
Yeah, I love it. It's like phenomenal. This is in really good shape.
Yeah,
too.
I should have cleaned it or dust, but I wasn't sure.
No, that's the patina.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with it or put any chemicals.
This is really cool, man. Both sides.
Yep.
So this will be my 44th one I got now.
This was actually a normal size lure, and I built a ray that it makes things big and small.
What?
Yeah, I accidentally shrugged Megan. She was in the backyard for like 2 days. I'll talk about it on another podcast. But
was
then
anybody mowing the lawn during that?
Yeah, there's a couple group of kids that got shrunk too. There's an aunt. It's weird. It's another podcast
really?
though, not today. But yeah, I have a ray that makes things big and small.
We should make a movie about that. I feel like.
I don't think anyone would watch that. That sounds boring to me. But yeah, there's your giant lure. I was so excited about it. I'm gonna keep track. But if anyone knows anywhere giant lures, let me know. so I can get Rob more, so he'll name his dinghy after me. That sounded weird.
Dude, I love these. So I hang these from my I hang them from my pergola right now, and then now I want to start hanging them from the dock. But here's the big question for me. I want to hang them with these eye hooks, but then you got to like put a lock on here so somebody doesn't steal them.
I told you to electrify him.
Oh, what the heck was I thinking about lock?
I know.
And some barbed wire, everything, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I learned how to do that.
And put little trackers in them, so if they do take them, then you can track them down.
Dude, this is getting way better than I was even thinking.
No, I know.
Where do I get those at? The vet? Like the
I get the little chips, yeah.
Dude, this is amazing. Look at it coming at you, dude. Like, the hooks seem, somebody did a good job on these things.
So, really want. I don't know.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Love you,
love
buddy.
it. Love it. The eye's coming off. All right.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, man. Well, we're going to someplace after this, so I'll buy you something there.
Oh, no, but the eye's going to be okay, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I get you new stuff, but this was
Can I do the dog of the week?
Yeah,
quick?
Of course.
This audience isn't going to see it, but that's why you're going to have to watch the taped one to see this, or we'll have it uploaded.
So every week we have a dog of the week because we love dogs.
Yeah,
and
dog fans.
We like all animals, but you have amazing dogs, and I think I'm getting I found out my neighbors breed English and French bulldogs, and that's like my favorite. Oh my God, that's our dog of the week.
That's the dog of the week. Is the turtle that we met at the Omaha Zoo today, and his name was Giuseppe or Giuseppe.
Giuseppe, yeah.
Sorry, I apologize, but he is a giant turtle, and he was awesome. And I pet his shell.
Yeah, we got to pet him, and they said that they look for armadillo burrows, and that's what they live in.
And they'll just take over. So the armadillo does all the work, then moves out, and then this turtle's like, all right, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll sublet.
But the market's been really hard lately
right.
for armadillo holes, so a lot of the turtles are having to make extra bids, and it's tough.
What was cool about this one was it was up, like you wouldn't even know that was at the zoo because that was in the back, but it was like if you ever go to the Omaha Zoo, there's this big mountain in the desert dome, and at the top of the mountain was this thing just like roaming around.
Yeah, nobody can actually see him unless you're in the VIP.
Yeah,
comedians get to see him. He likes stand-up comedians. So
yeah.
And then these are the other dogs that I liked.
Oh boy,
I want to show you.
I can't wait. These are always new to me every time you do this. I just remembered something else.
There's the other ones. Where do they go?
Oh no, I see me.
It's just you. Why am I so
I'm the dog of the week.
There we go.
Oh, dude.
That's us feeding alligators. That's after they rang the bell. It looks like green screen. It doesn't look real.
Yeah.
Like,
we're literally like 3 feet probably from them.
Yeah, not like a foot was right behind us. Our butts were within biting range.
We had to trust him.
Yeah.
And this is right after he gave us that talk. Like, if I say run, just get out.
Yeah, there's the other.
Oh, dude, that's a cool picture. It looks like that gator's like smiling.
It looks like he photobombed us, guys, because the other ones all are down. So these are pictures of alligators we fed and of giant turtle.
Yeah,
tortoise.
And that's our dog of the week.
That is the dog of the week.
Yay!
Thank you. If you want your dog to be the dog of the week, you can become a Patreon member or just submit a photo to the guys at littletomfoolery.com.
That was the best one you've ever done, buddy. Nice job.
Am I announcing?
That was super good. And that brings up to our Patreon. If you would like to help us keep the lights on, we have a Patreon page where you could become all different levels of fools. And we have a new fool this week. It's Stephanie Rogers, who's my cousin's wife.
No way, cool.
She joined. She's the one she comments on every single one of our vlogs when we post them on YouTube, and she's always got little funny comments for us. And she is a new $5 subscriber, which is a cool fool.
Cool fool. Thank you.
Yes.
For becoming a cool fool. And I think she'll get the poster. Instead of signed headshots now, we have new posters.
Did we bring one up?
No, I forgot. It's in the green room.
We'll post a picture of it.
Yeah.
But we got posters, and we've been giving them out to people after the shows, and we both sign them for people. And
yeah, they love them. If you like posters, wow. Oh my gosh.
I just picture like a bunch of teenage girls with like, you know.
I used to have pictures of River Phoenix all over my wall. So now you can have Rob Little and Tommy Ryman.
They got like Justin Timberlake and like all these people, and then you and me in the goofy background. Did you? Oh, really? Oh, some people that are in the audience got to put theirs on the fridge.
Oh, we got it.
Oh,
Dana
there
White.
we go.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Megan.
There it is.
There it is. Post it and show it in the.
Whoa.
Look at that.
And there's little spots. We'll sign them. It's cool.
I designed that last week for us.
We
We got it pretty
job.
quick. That was awesome.
Yeah. So that's something you can be if you become a member.
Yeah, that right. They sign those, and we've been telling people at the shows that we'll give it to them for free if they join our podcast.
Yeah, if they subscribe to the podcast and show or tell us that they did.
And then this week we told people they have to come to the show, so we gave out one poster this week. So we're
Yes.
That's not true. There's several people here. You can't
It's
see.
1,000. They're so quiet though.
I
When
know.
because they know that they're like, we want to thank you again. Oh, standing ovations.
This is fun.
We got to do a history segment, and then we got to say where we're going, and we got to wrap things up.
Is
here.
it time? Oh man, this is flying by. Do you want to do history or do you want to do
Oh,
more
you're-
goofy questions?
Do more goofy questions.
Okay, because this week in history was not super exciting. Oh, we got another question.
Tracy McGowan wants to know if you can take a picture of all your giant lures together. So if someone wants to buy you one, they won't buy duplicates.
Okay, Tracy McGowan is the best fan you will ever have. She brings always like 10 to 20 people with her. They get buses and stuff. And you would think her being this good of a fan, she would have seen that I posted all the pictures just the other day. So Tracy, go log onto my
But
page.
she just wants one giant picture of all of them.
It's on there. I posted the picture of my pergola with all of them, and then I posted pictures of each one individual, and I put my hand next to them. Everybody thought I was doing hand modeling, but I was trying to show them how big the lures were. So this is how big they are.
Cool, great question.
Thanks,
That's
Tracy.
so nice.
I love it. I know. Here I kind of.
Yeah, you just yelled at her when she wanted to buy you a gift. So Tracy, please do not get him a lure. Let him be sad for a while.
She knows that I love her, so I don't.
Mhm.
Yeah, so she's cool. But
What's another goofy question?
okay, can we say happy birthday? Because I know in history we got a bunch of buddies that are their birthdays. Jim Brewer's birthday.
Oh, birthdays in history.
Michelle Wolf, Mike
They're she's great.
Birbiglia, and
Birbigs.
Dan Soder and Tom Cotter and Jimmy Walker, Jimmy
Whoa.
JJ Walker. All those Canadian buddies of ours it's their birthday this week. So happy
So
birthday,
cool.
guys!
Happy birthday, other Canadians.
Oh man.
Audience is so good.
I thought this was a funny question for you, but to me, I feel like you probably do this already. So here's the question. If you could ask your pets 3 questions, what would they be?
Whoa. Oh, man.
But I feel like you do this every day, so it's probably like,
Well, they're like dog questions. Like, are you having a good day? Do you want your belly rub? But I would ask Harvey what he's so anxious about. I just want to get to the bottom of it. And
Harvey's one of your Boston Terriers.
Yeah, and he likes to one time he just stared at a jar of cranberries for like probably an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I think. So I would have been like, why did you stare at those cranberries so long? Like, what did you think was in there? And
Wouldn't it be funny if he was thinking like, he's like, yeah, I wonder why you like these so much.
he's like, I gotta figure out
they're horrible.
this weird decorative jar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what. I would ask them if they like me, but I know they like me, right?
Yeah. I think they'd be like, why did you need to get another dog?
No.
I mean, they love her now.
Yeah, we're just getting more friends, is what they think, because they're social dogs. It's
That
never
is true.
a replacement.
That
I
is
think
true.
it's just buddies. Megan, what would you want to ask one of our animals?
His wife's here. I feel like you guys. I thought you were gonna bring home a snake today because you guys were so good with them. Everything you picked up, they just loved you guys, and I feel like there wouldn't be a pet you wouldn't bring home if you had the opportunity. If you guys were at a pet place and the pet was like, "I need to be adopted," you'd be like, "It's coming with us." It's right, an armadillo. He wouldn't care. It'd be anything.
Most likely, yes.
I don't know.
Her brain froze. She just stopped.
I know it.
That's weird. You don't have any questions for Minnie? Mine would be, where did you poop? Stop going into the garden.
Okay, here's one that I just think this is crazy because I've had a lot of things like this, but I'm trying to think if you've ever had any crazy ones. Have you ever came close? Because if you ever, like I do those bits about being cremated and stuff because my mom kind of scared me when I got COVID. Have you ever come close to dying ever?
Yeah, well, I fell off a twisty slide when I was little, cracked my head.
Yeah.
And that potentially could have been fatal.
But what happened?
They brought me to the hospital and I got
You
stitches.
did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did my phone die?
10%.
Oh, cool.
we're there. We don't got much time more time
Countdown
anyways. So.
to the end of Facebook Live. And then, I don't think there. I mean, I was almost killed by a bus in London. Like right where I landed in London with my two buddies, Jack and Drew, got off the airport, was at the first street, stepped into the street. My friend Jack pulled me back, and a double-decker bus just flew from the other side because the roads are on. So he was like, well, that would have been a short trip for you.
Wow.
Like, so that's the closest that I would have been dead for sure.
Wow.
But
I had a car. Just got a brand new motorcycle, and a car pulled out in front of me, and you could see my tracks. Like I was on a dirt road.
Oh, man.
And you could see my tracks kind of go to the left. And if I wouldn't have, my jaw would have hit the door.
Oh.
So I literally skid right over the windshield.
Wow.
And all I was wearing was a pair of shorts and tennis shoes.
So your standard motorcycle attire that they recommend.
It was summer, and I had my helmet on, but my helmet shattered.
Oh.
And I never found my shoes. They went flying somewhere. So I basically was laying in a ditch with just shorts on, and I had super bad road rash.
Wow.
And I was in 8th grade.
What?
Yeah. And the guy driving was a guy that should not have been driving. He was actually mentally disabled.
Oh, no.
And so he took the family's car out, and he just stopped right in the middle of the road, right out of an intersection. And so that was that. You know when they say your life flashes before your eyes?
Mm-hmm.
100%. I was just like, whoa. And even though 8th grade, I didn't have much of a life yet. But I mean, it was
super quick.
Yeah, it was fast. I was like, oh, all I could picture. I saw right away. Oh, pee the bed, and we stopped, and we're dying. So that was a scary one for me. I don't know, man. What the hell was that?
Oh,
did that go on the camera? I couldn't see it.
Like a less graceful Karate Kid, where you're supposed to just catch it, but you were like, wow.
Okay, this is a good one. This is one of my favorite questions because it changes from day to day, it seems like. What would you rather go to the past or the future, and why?
Oh, that is super tough.
And where would you go if you could? Like, if you go back to the past. For me, I would love to go back to like dinosaur time and see dinosaurs, but I want to be on a different level so that they can't see you. But you're like walking around, you're like, oh,
sure.
Look at that, and then, that would be awesome. Or I'd like to see my mom in high school and see if she was kind of like a little cool, or if my mom was a little trampy, or whatever she was.
Well, that's weird.
Be like, Mom, come on, you're better than this.
She has a crush on you.
Oh no!
I would like to go to like 1939 when Superman, the first issue of Superman came out, and go to like the newsstand and
just buy
one. Well, not even, and then hide it in a house or something.
Yeah.
Find it later. If I was going to go to the past, I would want to do that.
That's a good answer for you.
Yeah, just to see that, or like when like cool movies first came out, because I never saw Star Wars in the theater. That'd be fun.
Wouldn't it be cool to go back and be the first Superman?
Be it?
Like if you could go back and audition, and they'd be like, "Well, this guy's perfect."
For Superman?
Yeah.
I don't think that.
But I mean, like you knew the whole thing about it. You're like, "Oh yeah," and I got ideas where you could go, and you already know what they're. You know what I mean? You know from the future.
Weird. I mean, I guess.
Wouldn't you? That I would think, as a huge Superman fan, that would be cool to be him.
I guess I would want to be Jimmy Olsen in the TV show.
Okay, who was he? I don't know who that is.
Jimmy Olsen's his pal, Superman's pal.
Oh, okay. So you just want to be the friend? Then I'll go back and be Superman.
I'm not a Superman. I don't think I could do it. Well, but if I go to the future, I just want to go to like when we officially have flying cars, or just to see me when I'm older.
I feel like this fits. That was a dumb question.
What would you do?
Would
you go to the future?
What? Yeah, for sure, man. I would like where we could just transport. Like, hey, I want to be in Hawaii in 2 minutes. So let me go shave real quick and then just boom, there you are. It's gonna happen eventually.
Maybe.
Right, and then somebody will be a fly for a little while, but then we'll figure it out eventually, and then you'll still have to be delayed because American Airlines transport will be like,
yeah.
You don't have the miles.
Teleported and I didn't get my lunch and only half my body showed up.
So 3
Twitter.
stars. They're like, we'll give you a drink discount for the next one. Yeah. So that was I guess that was more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Those are
sorry.
That was really interesting.
Where are you at next week?
My schedule coming up, I will be in New York City.
Oh, that's right.
July 5th through the 10th, doing a bunch of spots. And then my next club show, I'll be at my home club, Acme Comedy Company, with my good friend Jackie Cation.
Oh, fun.
July 14th through the 17th, and she's recording a new album and special, so that's really cool. And then I'll be doing my brand new half hour. So if you come to a show, that'll be a blast.
Are you doing that half hour tonight?
And at Omaha tonight, you can see the new chunk that I'm working on.
Awesome, cool. I'm in Orlando next week doing a run of VFW halls.
Whoa!
Yeah, it was really fun though. Like a bunch of them saw me at a show in there, and they're like, "Hey, would you do these?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And we talked it out. They're so nice, and they're like, I was gonna do it for nothing, but they're like, "No, we want to pay." They're paying me. I was like, yeah, we're doing this for sure.
Yeah, I've had fun shows in VFWs before.
Yep, and then I got a little break, so I need it. I need a break, and then I go to Michigan and do some bunch of shows back up there where I'm from.
Oh,
so that's it, man. That's it. This was fun and exciting doing it live. I hope the people online liked it. Oh,
hopefully.
Awesome.
It looked like we didn't lose too many. They all stayed in the room.
A bunch of good boat name ideas.
Oh, nice. Really? Good.
Excellent.
Well, let's hear a couple real quick that you liked the best out of all of them.
I like the Codfather.
The Codfather's a great name.
Roe versus Wade, but like Roe the boat.
Yes, that's
kind of political, and then there's Ship for Brain.
Ship for Brain.
Was that from John Scott?
That is from John.
I knew it. I knew it.
Also said Unsinkable 2 and Baby Got Bass.
There it is. Baby Got Bass.
But the dinghy ones, that's staying the same. Not a lot more.
There was another. Oh, someone said maybe a little later for your boat name too.
Maybe a little later. I really like Baby Got Bass because
That's
it's going to be a bass boat.
Yeah.
So, or a pontoon. So that's my goal. Oh, I love Baby Got Bass. Who said that one?
John.
What? John never has good ones.
John, that was a great.
I know it was.
Comment.
It was amazing. Oh, that's what it's going to be. Baby Got Bass, and then I'm going to have a big, like, bass doing a little twerking on the back.
Adorable.
Right? Oh, and then I'll have this hook with it coming out of its mouth.
Yes.
Oh, this is going to be so good. Well, Tommy, we're happy to have you this week, man. I'm glad you could be a guest.
It was a pleasure, and I was just so happy we could get you. That it works out that for just you to be on another episode. Episode 13. We're deep into these.
Lucky 13.
Yep.
Lucky 13.
And live with an audience. And I want to thank our audience for being here.
Our audience.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.
And thank the Omaha Funny Bone for letting us crash during the day, before the shows tonight.
Yep.
And so this was a blast. I think I'm going to close her out.
Go for it, dude.
But this has been another episode of A Little Tomfoolery with your host, Rob Little. I'm Tommy Ryman. As always, please subscribe to the podcast wherever you get your podcasts. We're available everywhere, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, blah, 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 wherever they are. We have a YouTube page if you want to watch the podcast, see what we look like, A Little Tomfoolery. And please subscribe, turn on the notification bell, leave comments. But we're here, and that has been A Little Tomfoolery.
Bye!
Bye, fools!
Yeah!